Welcome back into Rounding Third Baseball, episode 239. What even is this All-Star game? I'm Nick, and we have Harrison tonight. How are we doing, Harrison?
Fantastic, Nick. Trying to figure out if we're even going to have an All-Star game, but otherwise good. How about you?
I'm good. At some point, I was expecting to see some AAA players on the roster, but I mean, I'm sure we'll get into it. It's
We're
pretty
looking for
wild.
replacement players now for the All-Star game. It's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. Before we get into it, make sure you follow and like us on Facebook. You can subscribe on YouTube. You can also follow on Instagram, Rumble, and TikTok. You can also listen on Spotify and Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. We also have our affiliate sponsors, Dick's Sporting Goods, MLB Shop, and Lids. You can find these links on the tops of all of our socials. So if you do any shopping with these companies, please do so through our links. We get a nice little kickback with no additional cost to you. Just a great way to support the show. We also have our Rounding Third merch. If you search Rounding Third Baseball on Etsy, you can find a whole bunch of stuff on there that is all show merchandise. So we have t-shirts, sweatshirts, tumblers, phone cases. We got a bunch of stuff on there. So just another great way to support the show. All right. Aaron Judge, hit career, home run number 350 last night. Has Judge passed Trout as the best current player?
I mean, I feel like Trout got passed a while back. I think it's been Judge and Ohtani going, shot for shot the last few years. As they've, the MVP awards, the home run chase, the 50-50, I feel like unfortunately Trout got left kind of in the dust with the injuries. We've seen so little of them in the last few years. So I feel like Judge and Ohtani have been battling for that. I mean, I think they still are. I mean, it's hard to say who really is the best overall current player. It depends on, again, it goes back to what do you value? What do you see as valuable? To me, I think Aaron Judge is the best overall current player because it's batting average, it's power, it's leadership. He's a good defender. He's got a good arm. It's all those things.
Yeah.
And so to me, my choice would be Judge. He's 1A, Tawny's 1B. But I think Trout has definitely fallen off. He's fallen off the mountain. Probably not going to come back. Just given where he's at in his career.
Yeah. Is Mike Trout still really freaking good? Yeah. 2 home runs last night? So, I mean, like, he's still
He still
really
has it.
freaking good. Yeah. But like you said, I think it's the availability part for him. And Judge and Ohtani are 1A, 1B. I'm with you 100%. Trout's still way up there. When he's on the field and he's performing, he's still way up there. But
Yeah,
for me,
Trout
it's
hasn't been
Judge.
Trout since 2020.
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't been that guy for years now, and I think you've seen Judge and Ohtani really grab the baton from him and carry it.
Yep. Absolutely agree.
And I think that's okay. I mean, it's a shame to see Trout fall off like he has because he was so good. I mean, he was going to be on the Mount Rushmore of MLB.
Yeah.
The trajectory he was on.
Yep.
Unfortunately, now he won't be, but he's still going to be a guy we talk about as probably a top 50 player of all time and a massive what if. And Judge and Ohtani have continued to carry that forward, and eventually they'll hand it off to somebody else who will carry it forward, and the cycle continues.
Yeah, I agree. Captain, hang on to this point. We will get to this. We will get to this, Captain. Hang on.
Wait, is that a problem?
Maybe. Byron Buxton hits for the cycle against the Pirates Saturday, capping it off with a 7th inning home run. You like what I did there? You're
That was
welcome.
nice. Real well played.
Please just stay healthy enough because I want to see what a full season actually would look like with Byron Buxton. I am hoping that fans actually get to see what Byron Buxton can do. And I hope he can showcase it tomorrow night and Tuesday. Because this guy is ultra talented, but like the rest of the Twins, cornerstone players, they can't stay on the field. Carlos Correa and Royce Lewis and Byron Buxton, they're all made of glass. I want to see what a full season of Byron Buxton looks like, and I'm hoping he stays healthy.
Yeah, if you want to feel really sad, just pull up Byron Buxton's Baseball Reference and look at the games for each season. It
It's
it makes me so sad to continually see a guy play less than 100 games year after year after year, knowing how good he could be if he was just on the field. I mean, he's played 140 games one time, and he finished, top 20 MVP, won a Gold Glove, was a 5 WAR player. He played 102 games last year. Other than that, it's consistently it's 90 or fewer. It's a 20,
yeah.
39, 46. It's so sad to see,
Yep.
to know this guy's talent and see the games played.
Yeah. And John, we're with you. He's like, guys, gotta listen to me. When he's healthy, he's for real. And you're not wrong. He is. He's like uber talented.
Yep.
But spends more time in the training room, unfortunately.
No, and we've talked about Buxton on this podcast for 3+ years and how all we want is to see a full season out of him because we know how good he is. We've just never been able to see it.
Yeah, Buxton is in my top 10 of what ifs for sure.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
He is there.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Has to be. I mean, Trout, DeGrom, Buxton, Nomar.
Yeah. Whole bunch.
I mean, there's a whole bunch of guys on that list.
Yeah. All right, Garrett Crochet. At the time, it was a 9-game winning streak for the Red Sox. They got 10 today. 100-pitch complete game shutout. First complete game of his career, which I thought was pretty interesting. That the White Sox never let him go the distance. But he was just absolutely filthy against the Rays. Untouchable, really.
I mean, his stuff is pretty good.
Yeah.
It is crazy to me that, the complete game thing, like, I feel like we're all just so numb to the fact that guys don't go complete games anymore. And the White Sox, I mean, he was a reliever when he came up, and then he was a starter and got hurt, and then he was a starter last year. I mean, he's had such a small sample set with the White Sox, but I think you're finally seeing who Garrett Crochet really is this year.
Yeah.
And my goodness, is he good? I mean, 20 starts, a 4-WAR player, 10-4, 2.23 ERA. He's leading the league with innings pitched, 160 Ks and 129 in the third.
Yeah.
I mean, he's filthy, just filthy, and he is kind of relentless on the mound. He just fills the strike zone and is not afraid to make you look foolish on a pitch that he just knows you can't hit.
It is not a comfortable at bat whatsoever.
Even righties, like,
yeah,
he comes in on him, he throws that slider and runs it in on him. Like, he makes righties uncomfortable, which is hard to do for a lefty.
Yeah. I mean, just even the hard stuff on the outside of the plate, these guys are so late on it. But Crochet's such a big guy too. It must feel like he is releasing the ball right on top of you.
Yeah. And did I hear correctly during one of the video clips when they were like announcing the All-Stars, they call him Beast? Is that what they call him?
Yeah.
I can see why. The dude is huge.
Yeah.
He's just, I mean, he's 6'6", 245. He's just a massive man coming at you.
Yeah. It's quite. Yeah, there's only been 12 complete games this year. That's crazy.
Also a frightening stat. And there's also been no first half no hitters for the first time in a long time. We haven't seen one yet.
Yeah, we had a couple close ones, but no hitters. Crazy.
Yeah, I feel like if it was not for what Scooble has done this season, the whole league would be talking about Crochet. But I feel like nobody talks about Crochet because of Scooble.
Well, I mean,
Crochet is just like flying under the radar at 10-4.
But I mean, legit, the Scooble's disgusting as well. So,
it's obscene.
Yeah. All right, Boston Red Sox 10-game win streak this afternoon. They cap it off with a 10-game win streak to end the first half. Are they pretenders or contenders? I put this out on the page a couple days ago. We have a lot of pretenders. But how are you feeling about this, Harrison?
I mean, I feel like they're getting back to where I thought they would be, which is, I shouldn't say what I thought they would be. They're getting back to closer where I settled they would be. I mean, I thought this was a team that was going to make a push for the AL East. And they're not that team. And I was settling for the fact that they were going to be a team that fought probably to the end for a wild card spot and was going to be in it. And then they fell off and now they've come back. I mean, I don't think they're contenders yet. They have an absolute gauntlet coming out of the All-Star break. They on that schedule, they've got the Yankees twice, the Padres, the Dodgers, the Astros.
Cubs.
They got KC, the Cubs. I mean, it's a gauntlet of a schedule for the next 5 weeks coming out of the All-Star break. If they get into mid-August and they're still in wild card contention, then I think they've got a pretty smooth path to a wild card spot. If they just get obliterated the next 5 weeks, then I think we've got our answer. That against good teams, they just don't have it. But I will say this team seems to be playing better baseball. They seem to be looser and having fun again. Like that team, you and I said it months ago. They just seemed tight. Like the energy wasn't there, the excitement wasn't there, and this team they're back to kind of what they were last year, which is although they weren't a winning team, they at least look like they're having fun.
Yeah.
They're back there now, and I think Devers being gone has a lot to do with that. And I think this team is finally just settling in.
Yeah. Does this force Craig Breslow's hand to be a buyer at the deadline? Does this 10-game win streak force him to be a buyer?
If Craig Breslow announces a trade of Jarren Duran in a week after this, I mean, I think Red Sox fans are going to mutiny, and rightfully so. I mean, I think this forces the Red Sox to look in the mirror and say, okay, like there is something here. Now, granted, yes, you beat the crap out of the Colorado Rockies, you beat the crap out of the Washington Nationals and all this. You know, you beat a Tampa Bay Rays team that is not playing great baseball, but you won 3 one-run games against a team that's been really good in one-run games.
Yeah.
So although the Rays didn't play great, you beat a team in one-run games that usually wins one-run games. And that says a lot about this team finally having some stability to, battle to the end.
Yeah.
And I saw somebody the day put up, they wanted to give Alex Cora all this credit. This has nothing to do with Alex Cora. These guys, they're hitting, they're playing, they're running, they're catching. The bullpen's been good. That's not Cora. That is this team finally playing good baseball.
Ceddanne Rafaela, my God.
He's been nuclear.
Crazy. For me, I like when I say buyer at the deadline, I mean Breslow needs to make moves for pitching.
Yes.
Like I don't think he should touch the lineup at all if he can help it. Now listen, if you're getting a top of the line starter, I might think about moving an outfielder. But I mean, it has to be a really damn good pitcher coming in that is known, that is established, that will give you quality starts almost every time out to give up one of those guys. Otherwise than that, and honestly, I might be okay with Campbell going out in a trade. I know we just signed him to a big extension. I get it. But I think they might have jumped the gun a little too early there.
Yeah.
But they need one more starter. They need to cut ties with Walker Buehler, I think, at this point, fill that spot. And who was it? Hunter Dobbins just tore his ACL, so he's out. So you need to fill that spot at the deadline. They need to go get pitching.
Yep. Yeah. It's starting, bullpen, all of it. You need to go get all of it.
Yeah, and Chad, I'm with you. They need to go get pitching, but it has to be a guy who can win now. It can't be for prospects. Yes.
No. Yeah.
Amen.
The only trades the Red Sox can make are for major league ready impact players.
Yep.
You're not trading for AA and AAA guys. You're trading for, a Brian Wu. You're not trading for some guy in AAA.
Right. Cap, and this was absolutely an addition by subtraction. 100%. I think we've been saying that all along. Like as soon as Devers was gone, then they could start to kind of almost heal from that process, which is kind of crazy to think about. You got to heal from that, get it completely behind you, and then you can just start playing loose and free baseball. And that's what it's shown the last week and a half for sure with these Sox.
Well, and look at the Giants since Devers has arrived. They've been a below 500 team. Devers is now out with a disc injury in his back, which some people are saying, is that really an injury? Some people are saying, is it him just covering his poor performance? Because he hasn't done anything for him. He really hasn't done a lot against them. In the last 14 games, 245, 23 strikeouts, 4 doubles, a home run, 6 RBIs. He's delivered nothing to them. And now he's potentially out. And then you had the whole Will Clark distraction of not showing up for ground balls, whatever story you believe. I mean, this dude is just he takes his problems wherever he goes,
Crazy.
and the Giants are feeling the pain of that.
Yep. So no wonder Breslow pulled the trigger as soon as someone was like, "Oh, whole contract and him. Okay, bye."
Yeah, and honestly, the guys you got are projects, but they're better projects than Devers because at least they want to show up and play ball.
Exactly.
Devers was a lost cause.
Yeah.
And I think the Giants are realizing now we may have made a mistake because this guy isn't who we thought he was.
Yeah.
But he's their problem now, and God bless you, because as a Red Sox fan, I'm so happy he's gone.
Amen. Devers is a mess. The Sox are not. Yeah, plain and simple. Plain and simple.
Yeah, and funny how the Sox offense all of a sudden became good after they kind of settled in and got into their stride, and he's gone. Like, the offense has been better the last 3 weeks, and he's not here.
Yeah. John, this is a good point, too. Devers is becoming the James Harden of baseball. Keeps going to contenders, and somehow they stay the same or get worse. Yeah. Don't disagree.
I mean, it's a fair point.
Yeah.
And gets paid a lot of money to drag a team down.
Brutal.
But I do think, to your point, Nick, I do think this 10-game winning this team needed this. They needed to go into the All-Star break with some momentum for 2 reasons. 1, to prove that they are going to be buyers and give the front office a reason to believe. And 2, because they've got a gauntlet coming out. And they need to stockpile these wins against the teams they're supposed to beat. And they did. Mission accomplished. The last 2 weeks, they've done what they're supposed to do.
Yeah. Romy Gonzalez, I think, is honestly the biggest surprise for me this year as a Red Sox fan. Like, we had heard of him, but for him to come up and play like he has is absolutely incredible. And this is a great comparison, Chad. Romy coming up with the whole locked in vibe gives me Kevin Millar 2004 vibes. Yeah, kind of like the same type of player for sure. But,
yeah, and Romy Gonzalez, yes, he was with the Red Sox last year and played quite a bit. But really, coming into this year, most fans were still like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
And we're going to play him how much? And it's actually worked out pretty well. Do I expect him to maintain the level he's at? No. At some point he's going to have to start to tail off, but he's been a really pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if you saw Jonathan Papelbon's comments earlier, but Papelbon attributes the 10 wins in a row to the fact the Red Sox have not lost since they met President Trump. And therefore it's the Trump effect, because I think Papelbon's comments were, when you meet a winner, you become a winner.
Sure. All right. Moving on. Harrison, I'm going to have you take the reins here because I'm not too familiar with the draft. I don't watch a lot of college baseball. I don't know all this. So you go ahead and kind of take the reins here.
Yeah. So there's actually a couple more players that are in the draft but are expected to maybe not be taken that have major league ties. But anyway, so the MLB draft is happening right now. I was laughing with Nick beforehand. Like, I've got it on in the background, just like watching the ticker go by of the picks. The reality of it is nobody watches the MLB draft, or very few people do, because most of these kids are high schoolers, so you'd have no reason to know them. The other half are college kids. Many of them are at schools you've never seen play. And honestly, 3/4 of these kids that get drafted, we're never going to see anyways. The MLB draft is just such a crapshoot, and it's so hard to get excited about. But either way, I'm following it because I find this interesting. So you've got 7 players with MLB relatives that are in this 2025 MLB draft expected to be taken relatively high. And I'm doing this exactly for that reason, Chad, because it's going to make us all feel really old.
Crazy.
So anyways, so here they are. So Ethan Holiday, obviously Jackson's brother, Matt's son. We know the story. He ended up going 4th overall to the Colorado Rockies. The Rockies are ecstatic because Holiday was a well-respected member of the Rockies. Having his son is a huge coup for them. He was expected to go number 1, maybe 2 at worst. He fell to 4. So Ethan Holiday. Cam Leiter, who's Kurt Leiter's son. Kurt made it to AAA, I believe, but he's the nephew of Al Leiter and Mark Leiter, which means Jack Leiter is his cousin. You have Caden Kent, which is Jeff Kent's son. You have Brady Counsell, Craig Counsell's son.
He better have the same freaking batting stance, is all I got to say.
Yeah, he looks just like his dad. It's weird.
I'm sure.
And actually, Caden Kent looks just like his dad. Max McGuire, the son of Mark McGuire, also a first baseman. Austin Pierzynski, who literally looks like his dad. If you put the picture side by side, you can't tell them apart. But Austin Pierzynski, who's also a catcher, the son of AJ Pierzynski. And lastly, Manny Ramirez Jr., the son of Manny Ramirez, and he was born in 2004, the year the Sox broke the curse. So
Crazy.
It's I looked at this list and I went, wow, like these were all guys that I remember like they played yesterday, and now their kids are getting drafted. And like Chad said, I feel old now
Yeah.
because these kids they're all 19 to 21. You know, daddy played MLB baseball. We watched them closely, and now they're all getting drafted.
Yeah. I remember a couple years ago, I think there was, a viral like kind of picture going around, and it was Manny Ramirez Jr., D'Angelo Ortiz, Sheffield's kid,
Yeah,
and was it Drew Jones maybe was there, or the Brockton Sox? Like they
somebody.
were all on the same team, and it's like, oh, that's not even fair.
Yeah,
That's
they were
that's
all playing in some tournament somewhere all together, which was wild.
yeah. But yeah, this definitely makes me feel old. This is crazy.
Yep.
But yeah, wild. I didn't even know Mark McGwire had a kid, let alone in the
Yeah.
draft. So yeah.
Yeah, and Cabin, these kids are all born in like 03, 04, 05.
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous. It's
Anyways,
ridiculous. I was so my kids were watching a game with me last night. They're staying up a little bit late watching some baseball with me, and they put somebody's name up on the board. And he was like 21. I went, my goodness. I go, there used to be the day where all the guys playing were older than me. Then we were like all the same age.
yeah.
And I've now hit the point where I'm older than all of them. And like I could be that kid's father. And like that's a weird transition as a baseball fan to make, where like they go from being older than you and idols to your age, and that's cool, to now like they could be your kid.
Yeah. Johnson Manny Jr. was playing in
Oh, yeah.
Victoria for the Harbor Cats last year. They played here in Port Angles against the lefties. So did his other son as well.
Yep.
Wow. Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what the last two drafts have been dynamite. The number of
Yes.
talent that has come up like immediately and impacted the game has been incredible. So I'm looking forward to see like how fast some of these kids come up.
I'll be with you there, Captain. Get off my lawn.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to see like how fast these kids come up. Ethan Holiday's got the, possibly the quickest track to the MLB because it's the Rockies.
I mean, he could start for them tomorrow.
Yeah, facts.
I mean, honestly, like, and if you're the Rockies, like, and you're in the situation that you're in, why the hell not?
Yeah.
Hey, kid, come learn on the job. Like, screw the progression. Like, just come learn on the job.
Yeah.
You can hit 050 the whole rest of the year. We don't care. We're not going anywhere anyways.
Right.
Just come learn.
Yeah. Crazy.
I will say that to your point about, what we've seen in the last couple draft classes, for the first time in a long time, we've seen teams worry less about, the years of service and the progression and are they ready, and more about like, hey, is this kid good? Yeah, he's really freaking good. Let's get him up.
Yep.
And teams like, it's talent over time. And let's just let these kids come up and play.
I would say probably post-COVID, we've seen that. Like, yes, we still have some instances of control, like the Paul Scanes one. He didn't come up to what, beginning of mid.
Yeah, they waited a little bit to sneak a year in.
You knew what you were getting with Paul Scanes, but they were just like, yeah, let's just sit him in AAA to get that other year. But I would say post-COVID is when we've seen these kids like really come up and immediately start impacting teams at the rate that they are.
Yeah, and I think teams have been smart to say, look, it's talent over time. If this kid is raking in AA like Jack Caglianone, if he's raking in AA and AAA, like let's just bring him up. Like, what the hell's the point of leaving him down there?
Right.
Let him come up and learn on the job, because guys like this are the future, and we got to stop waiting. We got to stop delaying the future and let these kids play.
Yeah. Well, and especially the Royals, they were at a point where they were looking for offense. This kid was destroying the minor leagues, and he spent 4 days in AAA and he had 6 bombs and all over 5,000 feet. So they're like,
he's a freak.
Probably should bring him up to help with the scuffling offense. But
yeah, it's been, and we've said it for the last several years, like it's kind of dumb how these teams like just force these kids to stay down when they can play. And we heard Robert say it on the podcast. Most of these guys at AA have the skill set to go play Major League Baseball. The problem, it's just a matter of who's ahead of you,
right?
And where do you fit?
Yep. Yeah, and as much as you would like to say that it's not political, like it is. right? I mean, it's
It
the
is.
same thing with life. Like it's who you know, what your name is. It can be clicky, right? I
Yep.
knew a guy that played double A baseball with the Cardinals, and he put up 25 bombs, had 100 home runs, and he saw guys come up next to him and then keep going. He's still sitting there. Guys come up next to him, keep going, and he's still sitting in double A. Like, what do I have to do? I just hit 25 and 100, and I've been sitting here for 3 years.
Yeah. What's the deal?
Well, I didn't have the right name, or like I wasn't the big signing bonus guy. So like I didn't
I
get
didn't fit a mold.
right. So just crazy.
Yeah. And to John's point, I think it was John. Where'd that comment go about who they drafted? Oh, sorry, Chad did it. Yeah. Seattle absolutely lucked out getting Anderson to fall to them. Because it was a battle between, potentially Holiday and Anderson at one point as who was going to go number one. They ended up going 3 and 4. Anderson is a stud. Another one coming out of LSU. Another freak coming out of LSU.
Yep.
And then, the Red Sox got Witherspoon, who we saw his brother come out in 2022, and they say that he's Kyron. I don't know. I'm probably butchering his name, but Kyson? We'll go with Kyson. They say he's even better. Stuff's even better. He was better at Oklahoma. Looks built more like a starter. He is a guy who could fast track.
Yeah. Wow. But yeah, I think we see teams that can't sign the players after their rookie contract that keeps players in the minors.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Teams will hold them back to try to maximize the window.
Yeah.
There's definitely truth to that.
For sure. All right. Let's get into the All-Star game and the home run derby and all of that. So
is there still going to be one?
We'll get into it. We're going to be touching on a whole bunch of stuff around this topic right now. So Phillies end up giving Christopher Sanchez his All-Star bonus, even though he didn't make one of the 150 available replacement spots. Obviously, that's a little tongue-in-cheek there, but
it's the math is probably not that far off.
Yeah, probably not. But I mean, listen, good for the Phillies here. Like really, like Sanchez has had a damn good season, and good for the Phillies recognizing that, like, hey, our player just got hosed.
Yeah,
he's All-Star worthy. Let's give him his All-Star bonus. I love that. That's awesome.
Did you see the comments that his teammates made about it?
Oh yeah, I mean they
Castellanos called it the Savannah Bananas.
Yeah,
Real Muto called it an effing joke.
Yeah,
I mean these guys did not hold back.
They did not, and I'm wondering if MLB is going to have anything to say with that when it's all said and done. But I don't think they care at this point.
I think this has become such a mess in terms of the logistics of it, the optics of it, the public relations side of it. To have this many players be like, "Nah, I'm good. No thanks." This is such a massive black eye to MLB and Atlanta to have this All-Star game devolve into such a disaster where nobody seems to want to play. And then you got a bunch of guys should be that aren't there. Seiya Suzuki, hello. Like 3 rounds of reserve players, and that poor guy still isn't on the damn team.
I don't understand that one.
Guys like Christopher Sanchez still not on the team, but yet Jacob Mizorowski is on the team, and he's pitched for like 4 hours.
We'll get to him in a second.
This is such a friggin' disaster for MLB. They're going to be wiping this egg off their face for a while.
Now, is this now, listen, we moved the All-Star game out of Atlanta last year because of all the political drama and stuff going on there at that time. I don't remember exactly what it is. I don't really care to get into that. But is this, now that it's in Atlanta, is that still an issue? Like, I
don't know. I mean, I've done everything I could to try to dig and research and find out, like, what is there something specific to this All-Star game that's making guys not want to go, or are guys just realizing that it ain't worth going to anymore?
Yeah.
Because I do think what you're seeing a lot of these younger players who have come up, who are looking at the game going, nah, I'm good. Home run derby, nah, I'm good. Like, I think a lot of these guys see this for what it is, which is it's an exhibition. It doesn't mean jack. And I don't need to go. So I'm just not. I'm going to go take the time off. I'm going to go sit on a beach, heal my body, and get ready for a second half. And that's been like the company line, guys saying, I'm just going to get ready for the second half.
Yeah. We'll talk about how we could possibly change it in a little bit, but
can we talk about the fact that Gage Wood fell to 26 to the Phillies?
Yikes. Crazy.
That's like a gift falling in your lap, man.
Yep. So here it is. So Jacob Mizorowski gets selected as a replacement after only 5 career MLB starts. I get this kid is nasty, but seriously, this is what the futures game is for.
Right.
You play the futures game on Saturday for this up and coming AAA and AA. I get it's probably mostly a minor league game, but that's what the futures game is for. This guy has 5 starts and he gets an all-star selection. Like, I get he had more wins than hits given up at one point. Like, that's ridiculous in its own right.
Yeah. Clap your hands, move on.
Exactly. This is absolutely insane. Yeah. Most players want the time off. I agree with that, Captain. This is a joke. Look at our shiny new toy, everyone. Yeah. You're not wrong. And then I know I take vacation halfway through my busy season. Yeah. But this one, like, listen, I get like pitchers that pitched on Saturday or today, like, can't go, right? I mean, it messes with their whole routine. It messes with, they can't pitch back-to-back days. Like, I completely understand that. Completely understand Bregman not going. He just got back off the IL. Like, I understand those have always happened throughout history. It's the guys that I'm like are choosing not to go, just not to go, that I have an issue with. That are fan voted in. And we've been sitting here tooting Jose Ramirez's horn all year saying he's underappreciated, he's undervalued. The dude's got 29 stolen bases. He just took the Astros deep twice yesterday, and then he opts out of the All-Star game. That the fans voted him as a starter.
Yep.
Now, I can't defend him anymore. The fans want to give you the appreciation, and you don't want it. So, as good as Jose Ramirez is, and I value his talent, I'm not going to bat for him anymore.
He's dead to me.
Yeah. I wouldn't say dead, but you know what I mean? You know the point I'm making, though.
We've been saying for years, like, they don't give him enough attention. And then when they do, he's like, I'm good. I mean, it makes you realize why these are the moments you go, oh, well, that's why Jose Ramirez isn't a bigger name in baseball, because he's very content to not be. The same reason Trout for years just kind of disappeared in the background. The guy won MVP after MVP, and yet most people couldn't pick him out of a police lineup.
Yeah. Yeah, XNT, this is a great point. Senga after 3 seasons does not get an all-star look, but this guy after 5 games, it's goodness. Yeah, but at least Scanes had 11. I mean, 11 starts is a little bit bigger sample size than 20 innings.
That's like half of the first half when you get 11 starts in. So it's better. But even last year, people were like, it seems a little early to put him in.
Still,
Now, granted, he also came out in those first 11 starts and was absolutely a savage. So,
yeah.
But I think what MLB, the All-Star game's always been an exhibition. It's always been about giving the fans what they want. It's always been about creating an entertaining game, but it's also been about bringing the best people to it. And I think what MLB did is basically said, we're not worried about bringing the best people to it anymore. Like, we're just going to bring the shiny objects, the social media attention, the link clicks, the eyes. We're not worried about this being the best players, and we want to bring the players that are going to attract the most people to watch the game. And that's what this Mizorowski pick says, is it's not about the best players anymore. It's just about who we think is going to get people to turn the TV on.
Yeah.
That's it.
As much of an honor as it is, and I'm sure Mizorowski wouldn't say no.
Oh, sure. I mean, he'd be insane.
But I mean, but that's weird. If I'm Mizorowski and someone comes up to me and like, hey, dude, you're going to the All-Star game. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, yeah, good joke, buddy. Like, no, seriously, you're going to the All-Star game. He's like, yeah. I just got up here yesterday. Like, it seems like a bad joke. Like, it really does.
It does. And I think that what the underlying theme around the league is that the players are annoyed. And there's also a belief that some of the people that have dropped out because of things like this. They're turning this game into a circus, and I don't want to be part of it.
Yeah. But yeah, and listen, MLB, we talked about this a little bit on Thursday. MLB does have the best All-Star game because the game doesn't change.
Right.
You still have to go out and play the game, and the scores aren't astronomical like, the NFL, NBA, and NHL are. Like, you don't have to change the basics of the game in the All-Star game like you do the others. But I mean, this selection to me is just ridiculous. I don't get it.
It's a joke, and I do think that this is what this All-Star game has devolved into. It's really becoming a joke.
Yeah. Welcome, Taylor. Welcome,
Taylor.
Yeah. Let's go Oakland.
This All-Star game has become like this is like the worst case scenario for MLB, where you literally just have player after player saying, "No, thanks, I'm good."
Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough look. But.
It is. I mean, and thankfully, like, you still have the big boys going. Like, you still have Judge and Ohtani, and like your top vote getters are all still going to be there.
You got a Scanes and Skubal starting, which
is going to draw a lot of attention. You've got a lot of and that's a huge matchup. But it's all the second tier guys that are falling off. It's the guys that got either the fan vote, or they might have gotten the player vote or the reserve selection, that are just like, in the first round, that are just like, no, I'm good. I'm going to skip it. And we always have players that skip for a lot of reasons. Usually it's health, or it's, they need some time. But we've never seen this many players just outright say, no, I'm just going to go take the rest and get ready for the second half. There is something's either changed with the perception of the All-Star game amongst the players, or it's something to do with this specific All-Star game that's getting them all to kind of put their hands up and say, no, thanks, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it looks really bad for MLB.
I agree. So here are your starters, Skubal and Scanes. Did they get this right?
I mean, yeah, I think you gave the fans what they want. I mean, Skubal's the best pitcher on planet Earth, so that one's a no-brainer. I mean, it's hard to argue Scanes isn't, although his stat line is a joke.
It's crazy. I can't even look at it and comprehend it. I can't. I really can't.
Yeah, no. I mean, are there other guys that have had better years than Scanes? Sure, there are. That maybe were more, kind of deserving of it. Sure, you can make cases for a number of guys, but at the same time, I feel like this is the matchup the world wanted.
I heard Scanes have been scratched for Mizorowski. Just kidding. Like, as a Sox fan, I'm glad Crochet isn't going. Like, yes, I would love to see him against the league's best hitters, but I mean, he just threw 100 pitches on Saturday. So even if he was going, we weren't going to see him pitch. But I mean, I get it, but I would still want him to go. Like, you're still an all-star. You were still selected. Just go. I get it, but
the fans or the players or the league said, hey, we think you should be there. And in that case, it used to be players felt like this was an honor and they went. Now guys are like, nah, I'm all set. Like, I don't need to be there.
Yeah. It'll be like 2 innings of the best matchup all year.
Actually, it sounds like Scanes is on a one inning limit, so it's only going to be 1 inning.
Yeah, but still, I mean, yeah.
And I will say, I saw the video of Dave Roberts making the call to tell Paul Scanes that he was the starter. And, we've always said Dave Roberts is not a great manager, but he's such a classy guy.
Yeah. And
that call was so good, when he basically told me, I want to name you the starter. It'd be an honor to put your name in the lineup card. It's just, he's such a classy guy in the way he delivers that message.
Yeah.
And I know why players love him, but I thought it was really cool to actually see the video of Scanes getting that call.
Yeah.
And having a conversation back and forth with Dave Roberts, with his manager right there. Like, they were old buddies, can't wait to meet you. Looking forward to getting out there and playing. It was just a ton of respect. And it makes you realize too, like, how much these guys all just know each other.
Right.
And it's just like, we see, we think they're big competitors in the field. They don't talk. These guys are all chummy. They've seen each other in tournaments and the minor leagues, and these guys go way back.
And apparently there was some exchange with Max Fried and Tarek Skubal too, because Fried has been to 8 All-Star. He's been an 8 season veteran or whatever, something like that. And they had some exchange where Freed's like, no, man, like you take the start. Like you're the ticket. So it's pretty cool. To go to Tommy's question, thoughts on Zach Wheeler saying he wants to focus on the rest of the season. Do you think he's just using it as an excuse not to participate? Or do you think that's just another elective type thing to just get out of it?
So I think there's a lot of players that are doing it just for that reason. Here's my theory, Tommy, and you're a Phillies fan, you know better than I do. Zach Wheeler's already announced he's retiring in 2 years. He knows when the end of the road is, and he knows that he's ready to be out of baseball in 2 years. I think you're seeing Zach Wheeler begin to dial it back. He wants to have a life outside of baseball. He wants to be a family man. And to him, if I'm leaving in 2 years, what's another friggin' all-star game? I'm going to go home for 5 days, spend it with my family. I'm going to go get some personal time. I think for a guy like Zach Wheeler, who's already told you when he's leaving, he's already kind of 1 foot out of baseball. And I think you're going to see him ramp things down. I think you're going to see him skip all-star games. I think you're going to see him disappear into the background a little bit. He's not going to be the first guy to show up at spring training anymore. This is a guy who's giving you 2 more years and then he's done. And you're going to get just that from him. And he's going to be fantastic because he is.
Right.
But he's not going to do the extra stuff that a young player, like when he was young and hungry, would do. He is preparing for life after baseball.
Yeah. And he's preparing to get that team to a World Series, which they can't seem to get to. Which is fair.
He knows his window's closing. The All-Star game doesn't mean jack.
Right.
He's going to go get some downtime, be with his family, rest and relax, and then focus on what matters to him, which is he wants a ring before he's gone.
Yeah. Taylor, this is a good point. This All-Star game / week problem been a common theme in other major sports outside of hockey. Yeah, hockey has it right. The skills challenge, like everything, hockey does it the right way. But I don't know. We're going to get to our first official MLB Fans Union meeting here in a minute, fellas. So hang tight. We're going to fix the All-Star game.
John's going to call from the league to be the All-Star game TV announcer, saying he has no experience with that job as well. Only makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think it's a valid point to go back to what was just said, that the NFL for years, guys would just drop out of the Pro Bowl, and they turned it into a kind of a lighter affair, realizing that the top players weren't going to come anyways. The NBA dunk contest is a battle of people that you've never heard of, because nobody cares, and the game is garbage. Like, playing that game is a waste of everybody's time. And then the NHL, the NHL is slowly overtaking the best All-Star game format, because the top guys show up, they're excited to be there, and these guys like hockey is a game of tremendous honor and integrity. Like, that's what hockey is. You see these guys go out and punch each other's faces in, and then after the game, they're high-fiving and thanking each other for a great game, like
with swollen faces.
Right. That's just hockey. Like, hockey's got such a high level of honor and integrity in it that these guys get picked, they're going. Like, if you don't go, people won't let you forget about it. Where baseball, I think it's so diverse, it's so much more laid back than a game like hockey. Guys just kind of do what they want. Yeah,
Brian, I totally get the whole football aspect. There's too much risk for injury to play an extra game. I completely understand that. And the NFL is pivoting and trying to do what the flag football they did. So, I mean, like, the NFL is doing what they can do to limit the risk of injury. Like, and I'm not holding that against them. But baseball is the only game that is played how it's meant to be played, right? I mean, in hockey, they're not checking each other in the All-Star game.
No, I mean, they're not playing. It's a lighter
defense.
Affair.
Yeah, they're not trying to block shots. Like, I mean, right.
It's a scrimmage. That's what it is. It's a scrimmage.
Exactly. But all right. We're going to
That's right. Chad's right. There was a
that's right.
Full on fight in that game.
Yeah. All right. So here it is. The first official meeting of the MLB Fan Union. And we are going to dive in on how we can fix the All-Star game. And when I put this out here, when I listed like all the alternates on a post earlier this week, there were some great comments and great suggestions. So we're going to kind of cover all of those here in the next segment here. So does All-Star Weekend need to change? How do we change All-Star Weekend? Can we change? We'll start with the first one. Change when it's played? Can we do that?
No, because when do you put it? Do you do it in, like November? I mean,
No one goes in November.
right, and fans are done with baseball by then. Like, it's
Yeah.
already a long enough season. And I think that, being in the roughly middle of the season, it provides the perfect break for the players.
Yeah.
For those that actually do get a full break out of it. Some of these guys, work most of it, but it just, the timing of it seems to work out so well to give these guys a breather when they need it the most.
Yep. Tommy, so this is kind of a running joke. Like the last few shows, we've kind of like talked about debatable topics where we're like, hey, we just need to start our own MLB fan union and go to bat at the winter meetings and tell the league what the fans want. So this is kind of like a running joke, but this is our quote unquote first official meeting. We already have like a secretary and a bouncer. We've got some hired out spots. So
yeah, we're going to fix baseball one issue at a time and then just give MLB the answers since they're not listening.
Yeah. John, we've been all over this. I think a baseball skills competition would be incredible instead of the celebrity all-star, celebrity softball game or whatever that travesty is. I tuned in for about 2 minutes because I accidentally clicked the wrong thing on MLB TV, and then immediately shut it off. But yes,
I don't know. I still like the softball game was definitely better years ago.
Way better years ago.
But like I still enjoy just like the chilled out kind of environment of it. I wish the problem is you don't know who the hell's there anymore. It's like influencers and it's people that the average person has no idea who they are.
Yeah, bunting derby. I'm all for that. I think Korean baseball does that or the Japanese league does it, and people go nuts for it.
And us baseball nerds would love that. The average fan would not watch that.
No. I still think they should put targets all over the field and have like a hitting contest, like a bat control contest. They hit targets, They hit certain things in the outfield. There's definitely different charity things you can do with that. Like a fan wins a new home if you put one through the attic window or something like that in center field. Like there's tons of stuff you could do with that would live up to the MLB sponsors. I think they're missing opportunities there, but
Yep, agreed.
Do a player and fan skills competition. Each team gets one player and one fan from that team, and they work together for points.
That would be pretty wild.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Or do a player and a fan, or do like a player and a minor leaguer from their organization as a chance to showcase another young player. And the futures game spills over. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh, that would be kind of cool. I like that idea.
I would love to see them do a competition like MLB versus the futures.
Yeah.
And like, let's let the young kids come out and beat them at all these things that they're not good at anymore.
All right. Our secretary's on it. Good. Love it,
nice.
John.
Thanks, John.
Cap and skills contest, catcher pop time, infield throwing from different throwing positions, outfield throwing to bases. Yep. I like those. I want to do like a base running, right? Like a first to third fastest time or something like that. I think would be cool. There's tons of stuff you can do.
One thing you have to be careful about is you don't want guys, chugging too hard and burning out a hammy, or guys overthrowing from the outfield, hurting their shoulders. Like you'd have to make sure these guys do not go nuts.
No more every team getting a representative. Now, I mean, I think that's, we talked about it a little bit on Thursday. Like we do like that every fan base has somebody, like they each have a dog in the fight, if you want to put it that way. But I think at this point, like you do have to take whoever's having the best seasons.
Yeah, it's
right.
This one I go back and forth on. I see both sides of the argument. Having every team having somebody in it keeps more fans interested. At the same time, is a Rockies fan not going to watch if they don't have a player there, or are they really just watching to see all the players they wish they had?
Right.
I think in reality, they're watching to see all the players they wish they had.
Yeah. This would be a cool one. Pitchers playing tic-tac-toe with a strike zone. Yeah, because you don't have to throw full effort. I mean,
just have to be accurate.
Right. Shorten it down to 45 feet and have them lob it in there. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, or having them throw into targets. Like you think about the quarterbacks do the target throws.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
Top Golf Baseball. There you go.
Yep. Perfect. Yeah, this is where I got the idea, Taylor. Was MVP Baseball 05 had this little mini game and it was incredible. You can do that in real life for sure. I don't understand. And Brian, at this point, you could have a father-son game with all the guys that are out there.
Could you imagine that team of fathers would be loaded?
I mean, the Suns wouldn't be that bad either.
No, but that father team would be legit. Hall of Famers and multi-all-stars and holy cow.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Matt Holiday versus his kids would just be one entire show by itself.
This is a good point, Tommy, and one that we haven't talked about.
Oh, sorry.
Which
one?
The All-Star game used to determine home field advantage, and they took that away when they realized that players were not really taking it as seriously as they hoped, and that it was really becoming more of a feature. I do think that if you added something to the game, more guys would go, because especially those guys on contending teams, having home field advantage is a big deal. The problem is when you have a team like the AL win, 27 of these things in a row.
Yeah.
The NL never gets home field advantage. And really it was the owners that were like, we don't like that, because we can't control if we're going to have, 4 chances to sell tickets or 3. And honestly, like a lot of times when you're the home team, the series doesn't even come back to you. So
yeah,
you get your 2 games up front, the game's decided in 5, and you don't even get game 6 and 7. Yeah. So I think that's why MLB went away from it, because there's a massive economic component to that owners didn't love being controlled by outside factors.
Yeah. Brian said in a Cubs group earlier today, if your team's so far out of the standings, you shouldn't get an all-star. I don't disagree with that. I mean, unless a guy is absolutely lighting the world on fire and it's not his fault that his team
is. The fans would vote him in, you'd think, or you'd hope.
Right. I was watching a video of an all-star starting lineup and Griffey was batting 8th. Wild.
Oh my goodness. Look at those all-star lineups from the late 90s, early 2000s.
It's crazy.
They're obscene.
Yeah. Greg Maddux could come back and beat them all in tic-tac-toe.
He could stand at second base and beat them all at tic-tac-toe.
For sure.
It's just not right.
I've heard this one too, Chad, and I like this, an international effect to the game. I mean, we've seen World Baseball Classic be like a huge thing. So have, like, instead of AL, NL, have like, a North America versus the world type thing or something of that nature. I think would be really cool.
Yeah.
But all right, let's kind of get back to our checklist here. What incentives does MLB provide to prevent players from opting out? Is there something else that MLB can provide that incentivizes these guys to come to the actual game?
I mean, they've talked about creating a pool of money. Some guys have all-star game incentives in their contracts. A lot of guys don't. They've talked about creating a pool of money to create another layer of incentive payout to guys that make it. The problem is, does 50 grand change, Garrett Crochet's opinion? Probably not. But 50 grand to a guy like a Jacob Mizorowski is a lot of friggin' money when you're playing for the league minimum. So they've talked about maybe putting together a pool to help create a payment incentive to these guys. There's also been talk of incentives for guys that are fan voted, the top vote getters, create this layer of incentives to get these guys to, make a few bucks and hopefully take it seriously, because not everybody has it in their contract.
Yeah. Captain and John are on the same wavelength here. Jamie Moyer struck out his family trees. Don't count out Jamie Moyer in tic-tac-toe.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I will say that there's also been discussion about, do you create an incentive where guys have to buy their way out? You were voted here. We've built this game around you being there. You've got to buy your way out of it. That'd be tough to tell a guy, we selected you to come to this game that you didn't necessarily want to come to, and you've got to now pay to not play in it. That would be very challenging. But offering them a bonus and saying, we don't get it if you don't come, that would certainly make a difference.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Would it change a guy like Garrett Crochet's opinion? No. But Crochet wasn't coming anyways because he can't pitch.
Yeah. Unless on the IL, they don't get their bonus if they don't go. Yeah, I mean,
true.
Yeah.
That's fair. I mean, the contract-based incentives are normally selection and not appearance. So most of the guys get them anyways. But yeah, totally.
Yeah. MLB is a $10 billion industry. Payouts should be a percentage of salary. Baseball can afford it.
I mean, they can. they can. They do make a few bucks off of this.
So this is also another one too. I have it at the last point here. Actually provide these guys with an all-star break, right? Because if you go to the all-star game, right, the last game got over at what, 4:00 this afternoon. So these guys are on a plane heading to Atlanta. They gotta, sleep overnight real quick, get up, do all the all-star festivity stuff, their fan signing, their all-star weekend, all their promo shoots tomorrow. So they got to do all that. Then the home run derby,
which they're all there for.
Right. And then, the next night is the all-star game. Then you do that all over again in the morning. You're signing autographs, you're doing promo shoots, you're doing everything. And then you're leaving Tuesday night to go home for what, 24 hours? And then some teams play on Thursday?
Yes. Do teams play on Thursday or Friday, the first games?
Yeah, well, I mean, in years past, there has been a couple of games on the Thursday. I haven't really looked at the schedule this year. But I know the big bulk
either way, you're getting a day or two off max.
It's Friday's the first slate of games.
Okay.
So they do get Thursday.
You leave Tuesday night, you get home Wednesday, you spend Wednesday with your family, and you're flying back out Thursday afternoon to meet your team wherever the hell they are.
Yeah.
To get ready for Friday's games.
So if you have a full 8 to 10 day break, so even the all-stars can get an all-star break, would that help?
It might. I mean, I think we've said it with the playoffs. You give these number one teams, 5 days off, and they fall apart. Like they can't. It's too long a break. And you've got teams arguing it. Being the first round, getting a first round bye, kind of sucks because we don't want 5 days off. We don't. Give us 2 and we're good.
Yeah.
I think that if you made this a 5, 6, 7 day break, I think a lot of players would not want that. They would want to get back to work. And keep in mind, this is only affecting 50 guys out of, 26 times 30?
Right.
It's 50 guys out of 650 guys, whatever the hell the math works out to be. The rest of the league's getting 5 days off. And they're happy with that.
Yeah.
Making it longer, I don't think making it longer would be good for a lot of players. Maybe some.
Yeah.
But I don't know that everybody would see that as a benefit.
Yeah. Brian, everyone does have Thursday off. I just looked at the schedule. So
yeah, games restart on Friday.
Yeah. Now, what about this? If they don't go to the All-Star game, it doesn't count on your baseball reference in your career as an elected All-Star.
Again, I think it's a slippery slope because this is an exhibition game. They are chosen to go whether they want to or not. They opt not to go, or they're hurt, or they just pitched and can't pitch anyways. And you're going to take the fact that they're elected away. I mean, that's a tough one for MLB to say. Well, if you don't go, it doesn't count. Well, I didn't go because I pitched the day before, and I can't pitch. So what's the point?
I get that aspect of it.
So then you end up making an exception for half the guys and not the other half. I don't know. I think it's challenging to take it away. They earned it, whether they wanted it or not.
Yeah,
making them go to keep it is, I think, a tough one.
Well, I mean, I get if you just pitched or you're on the injured list and you're still elected. I get that part. But if you're not on the IL and you didn't just pitch Saturday or Sunday, and you're just choosing not to go, I don't think it should count as an all-star appearance. I think that's where you draw the line.
But now it's not an exhibition game. Now it's a mandatory game.
But I mean, it's still exhibition because it doesn't count towards anything.
Well, it does, because now if guys go to the Hall of Fame vote with 1 all-star appearance because they skipped 5, now it has bearings on all-star voting. It has bearings on their standings all time. It has bearings on how they're perceived by the fans. I think you would just absolutely piss players off if you made them go to earn that designation. It's
All
like
right,
saying, hey,
fine.
we're going to give you this honor that's important to your career standing, but if you don't go, you can't keep it. And we didn't ask you if you wanted to go to this game. We just told you you're supposed to go. I mean, if I'm a player, I'm going to be like, F you. I'm not
Yeah.
going because I didn't ask to go, but you're going to take the honor away from me because I don't want to go. You're turning it into you're trying to make the game mandatory, and that's not going to fly. Not only that, the Players Association should blow that up in a heartbeat.
Well, that's true.
The Players Association would have a field day on that one.
Yeah. MLB should invest more into the WBC and make it a yearly event.
Oh,
I mean, I think yes and no. I think it would be incredible, but I think it also takes away from the spark, I guess, for lack of a better word, for the WBC. You know, it's almost kind of like the Olympics. It happens every 3 years, every 4 years for the Olympics. Like, it's just kind of like we know it's coming, and it builds just that much more interest, I guess, because it's so sporadic and spread out. If it becomes the yearly event, does it eventually get to players opting out of the WBC and like turning into another All-Star game? I think it could, even though you have the pride of the country backing you there, which I think is a lot of great reasons that players play. It's for pride of their country. I think eventually it would lose its spunk after a while if it was yearly.
Yeah, I think a lot of what makes the WBC so great is that it doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if the Olympics happen every year, nobody would watch them.
Yeah.
Because honestly, like I don't even watch them when they come around every 4 years, but you would lose that novelty of the fact that they don't happen all the time.
Yeah. Go back to World Series home field advantage. I mean, there's pros and cons to that. Like we kind of laid them out earlier for sure, John. And Brian, this is a good point too. You're coming back from Tommy John, got to limit innings. You know, Jacob deGrom, his injury history, like doesn't want to go to an All-Star game and, you know, risk getting hurt there. Like, I mean, I get it. There's not an easy fix here.
Chad, that's a great point. You know, a lot of players will just all of a sudden have injuries before the game so they can drop out. I mean, you're not wrong. All of a sudden the training room will be full that weekend before and everybody can't go. I mean, it's true. It's the reality of it is that the game doesn't mean anything. The players have no incentive to go to it. And honestly, what they're chasing is a ring. They don't care about the All-Star game. You've got to give them a reason to go to the All-Star game. You've got to make it meaningful to them. Make it an event that's worth going to. A home run derby in a game ain't it. You know, you've got to add in some additional events during it. You've got to add in an incentive to go. You've got to make the game worth attending. And they just haven't done that. They haven't done that in a while.
Yeah. Brian, this isn't terrible because this is what hockey does on Olympic years. 4 years is fine. They just need to tweak it. Instead of doing it in February, do it in July and shut the league down from July 4th through the 20th. I mean, it's not terrible. It's not the worst suggestion I've heard. I don't mind that because, like I said, the NHL does that.
Yeah, you've got to cut games off the season to make that work.
Right, and he said play 144.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that. Yeah. You'd have to play. Yeah, you'd have to cut the season short to make that work.
Yeah, which then again, you're starting to play with money.
You are now.
And the MLB doesn't like that.
You're starting to play with incentives. You're also starting to play with career stats. You're starting to play with appearances. I mean, there's a lot of things that go into that. It's unfortunately MLB is driven by, all sports are driven by one thing: money. Yeah. And if there's any way that this could cost the players money, they're not going to do it.
Yeah, I agree.
MLB's got to decide what the hell the All-Star game is.
Yes.
Is this just an exhibition that's fun, let's do it? Or do they want this to be like a serious star-studded event? If you want this to be a serious star-studded event, treat it that way. If you want it to be just a exhibition, let's get together, have a good time, then fine, accept it for what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, Captain, I agree. I think after a while we would still end up having the same issue with the WBC. I agree. NHL makes you sit out a regular season game if you miss the All-Star game without an injury.
I had no idea that was a thing.
I didn't either. That's crazy. If there is one fix, Harrison, that you could make, what would it be?
I think the only thing that would make any sense is to put together a pool of money and offer guys an incentive to come. And aside from that, the only other way to make this game worth coming to is to create an environment these guys want to attend. There's got to be something special. There's got to be, offer them. There's got to be special events where they're gonna get to hang out with Hall of Famers and like make it something that they want to go to and be part of.
Yeah. For me, I mean, I'm with you on there. I mean, I think you got to make it more than, what is it, $100,000. Although Soto was pretty upset that he didn't get his 100,000.
Well, and it varies by contract. Some guys get more, some guys get less.
True. I think for me, what would help, I don't think it fixes it. What would help is giving these guys a longer break. I think it's got to be a full week, maybe 10 days. Like, even let the All-Stars get a break. Like, I know it might be hard kind of ramping up to get back into it, but all 30 teams are in the same boat, right? So, I mean, like, I think giving these guys 8 to 10 days, it would be more enticing for the All-Stars to be like, you know what? Like, I can suck it up for 2 more days, go to the All-Star game, and then still have, 8 or so days on the back end to go home and rest and recharge my batteries. So for me, I think it would be the rest. And maybe it's a combination of both of our suggestions. Maybe it is incentivize it more and give them more rest. Maybe that could help.
I'd be curious what these guys are looking for. Like what is the right combination? Like how many days do you actually want off?
Right.
What gives you enough time to really decompress? Because that's the one thing that I don't think people give baseball players enough credit for, is that you're playing basically every friggin' night. From April through, early October. Yeah. And that's a lot. And you look around at the NFL and these guys, they're practicing and stuff, but a lot of times they win on Sunday, they get Monday off, they make it Tuesday off too. They come in on Wednesday, watch film. They're in the building for a few hours. Like these guys, they have time to have a life because they don't play every single night. Yeah. And I was talking to my kids last night about, we were talking about Shohei Ohtani. In fact, he makes $70 million a year, deferred or not. Like the contract's huge. Like, wow, must be great to be a baseball player. I'm like, I'm sure it is. But at the same time, like these guys give up everything to do this. And that's why a guy like Zach Wheeler goes, I'm done in 2 years. Like, I want to go have a life. I want to be a human being because I've done nothing but this since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot to that. These guys give up their entire lives. They don't get a chance to be home for their kids. They're not going to parent-teacher conferences. Like, they don't have a life outside of baseball from basically the middle of February until October.
Yeah. Sometimes November.
Yeah. And for some of these guys who have kids, you're not even there to tuck your kids in because you play at night. Even if you're home during the day because your family lives in the city you play in, which isn't always the case. Like, you're gone when they get home from school. You're at the ballpark. It's like you come in late, you're sleeping, they go to school, you get up, they're gone. You leave, they get home, you're gone. Like, even when you're home, you're not even home. And I don't think people give these guys enough credit for the fact that they literally are ghosts in their own lives.
Yeah, I think that's a fantastic point, Harrison. I think we tend to lose sight of that. Where, like, these guys do have families. They get to see them for 2 months, maybe in the off season.
Yeah, you're home for November, December, January, gone. And
then even then, you're probably. I mean, I watched the Red Sox documentary. I keep bringing it up, but we had Tyler O'Neill, and he's in an apartment in Boston, and he's set up a batting cage in his apartment.
Right.
So, like, he's still in there, just working and grinding. I mean. Capping, nope. Kids are up until midnight.
Not in my house, they're not.
So and then Brian, you're right. I mean, they still have off-season regimens, so these guys aren't done working in those 3 months. No. I get it, but
like I you think can schedule the work when it works for you, so you can be around more. But like I love watching the video of Freddie Freeman hitting into a net next to his pool, and he's taking turns with his son because like that's family time. I got to get my work in, and I'm going to let Charlie hit with me. Yeah. And that's how Freddie gets family time in. Like that, this is the life these guys, and yes, They are baseball players. They travel comfortably. They make an insane amount of money. They play a game we all love. But I don't think people appreciate enough the fact that it's their whole life. Like, it is their entire life. It's all they are. And then when in the off season, can they just like go to the beach anywhere? Hell no, because they get swarmed by fans who are like, "Oh, can I get your autograph?" And I saw a great video from Shaquille O'Neal a month or two back. His son had said he wants to try to chase the dream of playing in the NBA. And Shaq goes, "I wouldn't do it." And the kid goes, "Well, what do you mean?" He goes, "Are you prepared to give up everything? How many birthday parties was I at? How many Christmases did I miss? How many times did I have Thanksgiving with you guys? You ready for that?" He goes, "Because I gave up everything to chase the bag and chase the dream. And because of that, you get the benefits of all this."
Yeah.
But you don't need basketball. You've got to want it, because you will give your whole life to it like I did.
Yeah.
And it's true. It's true.
Yeah, I have teenagers now, so unfortunately, the midnight.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. If you've got teenagers, for sure, they're probably up driving you friggin' crazy till midnight.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, these guys live a great life in some ways and a terrible life in others.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fantastic point.
And I have a tremendous amount of respect for a guy like Zach Wheeler, who just says, "Hey, look, in 2 years, I'm done. I want to just go be a human."
Yep.
And I mean, and guys like Freddie Freeman, who have actually taken days off to be home.
Right.
Like he's been out of the lineup because he needed a family day. Like,
Yep.
not afraid to admit it.
Yeah, I love it. So, all right, let's get over to the home run derby real quick. Matt Olson replaces Acuna in the home run derby. I think everybody and their mother knows that. With Matt Olson replacing Acuna, does it change your predictions at all, Harrison?
I'm still taking James Wood, but I do think Olson is an intriguing guy. His swing at that ballpark works.
He's familiar with it, obviously.
He's familiar with it for sure. He's going to be comfortable. He's at home. He's sleeping in his own bed. That makes a big difference. His family's right there around him. I like him in the home run derby, but I don't think it changes my pick. Although I do suspect he'll perform well.
Yeah. So I chose Junior Caminero. However, I think I'm going with O'Neal Cruz for the longest home run.
Oh, hell yes. And the most people killed.
Especially if they let the kids run around the outfield.
God, I feel bad for those kids. They stand no chance with him up.
That video popped up on my my memories. It was 2 years ago that Vlad Guerrero hit it off that kid's face. It was 110 off the bat.
That kid got absolutely smoked.
Annihilated. My most home runs in a round. You ready for this?
Yep.
I'm going with Byron Buxton.
I mean, Buxton's a guy that can get hot.
Yeah.
I mean, that's for sure. I do think the one guy that I think is kind of a dark horse to me is Rooker. I think Rooker, his swing is just built for launch. I watched him at a home run. Was it last night that he just absolutely like leaned back and launched this thing that was like shin high.
Yeah.
Out to left. Now, granted, they're in Sacramento. Like, I get that place is a launch pad, but he absolutely just freaking rocked and ripped. It was amazing.
When Rooker connects, he's got a smooth swing for a righty.
He does. It's swing. Very controlled. And this is Taylor. I love this point. I've been for the last 2 seasons. I keep saying, what the hell is wrong with Matt Olson? And when I watch him hit, like, I get so frustrated because like he chases all these back foot sliders, and then he'll get 96 middle third belt high. He'll be late on it, and I'm like, what the hell is wrong with him? And I think his swing has gotten too long. When you look back to when he first got to Atlanta, he had a much shorter, more compact swing, and it just looks looping now. And I think I think you're 100% right that his swing has just gotten long, and he can't catch the heater anymore.
No. Kids need to wear catcher's mask in the outfield when Cruz is up. They need full-on shields.
Yeah, they need a friggin' suit of armor out there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Suit of armor. I mean, those kids stand no chance.
I wanted Seiya to be in it. Listen, Seiya, Gino Suarez. I mean, I get you wanted another lefty in there, but how do you invite Jazz Chisholm for crying out loud? Come on now. I watch him go out and win it. But yeah, as a lifelong A's fan, used to kill me, and I love the guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt Olson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like Olsen's swing has gotten longer, and it's killing him.
Yeah. All right, Harrison. So who hits the most home runs in a round?
Most in a round, I could totally see a guy like Caminero doing it because I think he's just built for home run derbies. I could totally see a guy like Wood doing it. I could see Rooker doing it. But for the hell of it, I'm just going to go out. I'm going to say Jazz Chisholm. I'm going to say Jazz Chisholm goes out there because he has a way of just like showing up in these weird spots.
It's true.
Jazz is going to go out and have like the BP round of his life, and it just pisses us all off.
I mean, I hate that you're not wrong there.
It's just the way it works. Like I swear to God, he's going to go out there and just light it up.
Well, I'm glad that our picks are different. We will be on tomorrow night live watching the Derby and live reacting to it. So you guys are more than welcome to come on with us. But yeah, I'm going with, I picked Caminero to win, Cruz hitting the longest, and Buxton hitting the most in a round. That's what I went with. So
yeah, and I do feel like this might be the most wide open home run derby field we've had in a long time. Also because it might be the most underwhelming.
Well, you don't know.
I mean, anybody here could go out and have just an insane round.
Yeah.
Anybody here could just have a great night. I don't know. It's really wild.
So we got Wood with 33. We got Wood first round 24. A lot of people are on the Wood train.
He's a monster.
He really is.
He really is.
Win Cruz most Jazz longest Olsen. John Dad, one time in high school I took a fungo mile high right to the eye. Nice wake up call from napping on the hour bus.
Jeez. Oh man. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, brutal.
Yeah, that's right. 1 year Nomar was in it. He didn't hit any. He got smoked.
Yeah.
Did that happen to
it's happened to
Garcia? Did he get shut out?
I don't know if it was shut out, but it was
somebody
not
had like a really shitty round not that long ago, and it was. I know Mookie did not have a good round, and he'll never do it again.
Yeah, that's where I got this idea, John. Is I made my picks on the show too, so love it. Yeah, so you can get to like pick.
Captain says he did not misspell Jazz's name.
I know he didn't, but
I totally understand the joke now, Captain.
Yep. On MLB the Show, you get to pick like who wins, who hits the most in a round, and who hits the longest. But
yeah, I've unfortunately not turned my PlayStation on in months.
Yeah,
need to change that.
Yeah. All right, so I put a poll out earlier. I didn't get a ton of votes on it, but it's quite okay, and it's pretty much split.
Wow,
right down. So followers pick for the home run derby: Cal Raleigh with 3, O'Neill Cruz with 3, Junior Caminero with 3. I was 2 of them because I used the rounding third baseball and my personal page. So, whatever. James Wood with 2, Matt Olson with 1, Brent Rooker with 1, Buxton with 1, Chisholm with 0. So, yep.
Interesting question in the chat from Rick. So Raleigh's in with the torpedo bat. Say he wins. What does it say about that bat? I do believe Jazz will also be hitting with a torpedo bat
for sure.
And somebody else in this group uses a torpedo. I can't remember who.
Is it Rooker? I think Rooker might
be Rooker. I think Rooker switched to it. But I will be. It's one of the things I've been kind of following is, are we going to see guys hit with the torpedo bat? Because I would love to see how the torpedo bat holds up in a home run derby versus the traditional. And it'll be interesting how these perform.
Yeah.
Because I think the benefit of the torpedo bat is it feels later to catch up to faster pitching. If you're getting BP pitches thrown to you, do you lose that upper hand, or does it not matter?
Or does it help because you can track the ball, you can let it get in on you a little bit more. I don't know. I want to swing an interesting one.
Have them all use the torpedo bat and then see what happens.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I would love to swing a torpedo and just see what it's like. I'd love to go take 10 swings and some BP swings, just see what it feels like.
Yeah. I don't know if Cal's going to switch hit. Maybe if he gets tired, but I would think he's going up lefty. I think it's more lefty friendly, if you will, in Atlanta. And you're going for the chop house there. So I think I think Cal goes lefty. There's got to be a Vegas odd on that for sure.
Yeah, I would have to imagine he goes lefty. That's definitely his dominant side. I mean, he's still got plenty of power from the right, but I was just going to say the same thing, Brian. Like, let's make the Derby fun and give these guys aluminum bats and see what happens. Then people would like actually die.
That's one of the best April Fool's baseball videos.
Oh my God,
is
I
when
love
they
that
gave
one.
everybody in the 80s like the aluminum bats, and they thought that MLB was gonna switch to them for 1 year. Love it, but
yeah, you only swing a torpedo once.
Yeah, so the torpedo bats, like they change the shape of the bat, but the exit velocity really stays. It's just where the hitters make contact with the barrel is really all it changes. Like you're just moving the weight around in the barrel.
Yeah,
where you don't hit the ball off the end of the bat anyways. Well, you're not trying to.
right.
So you're just taking the weight from there and putting it on the barrel. When we had Jesse LaCase on, Jesse LaCase works for Maine Billets, and he was actually tasked with coming up with the first prototype for the torpedo bats. We did this, 2 months ago now, I think.
Yeah. When they really kind of blew up.
Yeah, it was an incredible interview, and I learned so much about them at that point. But the Yankees called him directly and was like, hey, we don't want to give these to a bat manufacturer. We want to give them to you, and we want you to ship them directly to us, and then we'll make some tweaks, here and there. So it was really cool to hear that process. And he was explaining, like, it doesn't change the bat. All it does is moves the weight from the end of the bat where you don't hit the ball. You're not supposed to hit the ball anyways, and move it to the barrel where you do hit.
Yeah. And then
it makes sense.
And you're just moving the sweet spot to where you tend to hit the ball most often. So
right.
These guys are taking BP, marking down points of contact, putting the sweet spot there, and then sending a bat back. But like, so Jesse from Maine Billets, they make a ton of torpedo bats. A lot of times when you buy a Louisville Slugger, it's a Maine Billet bat that's been painted and engraved by Louisville Slugger. So it's he's making a ton of these things and also, using them. And it really doesn't change how you hit. It just allows you to make more frequent contact in the sweet spot. And that's kind of the beauty of it, is that you're actually able to move the sweet spot around to where you make the most contact. And that was the whole big deal with Volpe, is that he tended to make more contact down by the label. He gets jammed a little bit more. So they're able to slide his sweet spot down a little bit. It also, by changing the weight and taking it off the end, it helps you swing a little bit faster. It's a little bit of a lighter effect. So these guys are able to get around and then just line the ball up to where they hit the ball most often. But it's really cool. It's the science behind it is like super simple when you break it down, but it's genius.
Yeah, absolutely. So last chance to change your vote, Harrison. Are you sticking with your boy?
Yeah, James Wood is my guy. I've been all in on him all year. I just think he's such a monster.
All right, fair enough. All right, I'm sticking with Caminero. I'm probably going to be wrong after round one, but we will see. All right, it's back. Who is that guy? Yeah.
Oh man, I love these. These are so fun to put together too, because I just go pick a random team, find a guy who's not mainstream, not obscure. Although I mixed it up on you, Nick. I think there's one like slam dunk, easy. I think there's a couple that are much harder and a couple that are kind of in the middle. So we'll see how we do. But let's do some Who Is That Guy? And what I would say is let's give chat some time to get in on the answers here too, because I think there's some they're gonna be jumping all over.
All right. Well, and that's assuming I know who they are. So
well, we'll see. I mean, these chat's there to bail you out. So let's get going. Number one.
Here we go.
All right. This player played for 14 seasons between 1994 and 2007. Played for the Phillies and the Dodgers for only one season. Two-time All-Star, one-time Gold Glove at the catcher position. Best known for holding the Phillies records for most home runs by a catcher, 149, and most games caught at 1,139. Who is that guy? I friggin' love this, John. The world's been waiting for Who's That Guy. love it.
I think I have it.
Oh yes, send it in the chat. I'll let you know if you're right. Yes, you are correct.
The number was throwing me off, and then I looked at his armband and I go, gotcha.
Darren Dalton's a good guess, not Dalton. He's later than Dalton.
That's
Half things look like Eck.
yeah,
There
John
it is.
B. Yeah,
There
John
it
B
is.
got it. Mike Lieberthal. Yes,
Nice one.
nice,
Yeah.
good.
This is Mike Lieberthal. So good old Mike. Career average of 274, 150 home runs, 610 RBIs, 337 OBP, and a 15.3 WAR. For a guy who put up some pretty good career numbers, that WAR just seems low.
Yeah,
I finally found Waldo.
yeah. Tommy got it.
There, the Phillies fan comes in. Love it.
Yeah. All right.
I was actually watching the Phillies game, so I was like, oh, I'll pick the Phillies from some random year.
Yep. Nice. All right.
All right, next one. This is a fun one. Played for 6 seasons between 1998 and 2003. Played for the Royals, A's, Phillies, and Red Sox. Played the outfield, first base, and DH. Best known for being involved in the Moneyball era in Oakland and not sliding in the 2001 ALDS. Who is that guy?
I didn't even need the photo for this one.
I told you there's some slam dunkers in here for you, Nick.
Yeah.
This is a classic one for me. I think Chad will jump all over this one.
This one for me makes me upset because Jeter gets so much.
Rick's already got it.
Yeah. Jeter gets so much recognition for that play, which it was a fantastic play. But what the hell is he doing on the first baseline to begin with?
I know he's way out of position, chasing a double, triple backup. I mean,
yeah, good.
Yes, and RIP, he did commit suicide many years back, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was really easy for sure.
Mike, the non-slide gives it away. It absolutely gives it away. I put that in there. That's why I smirked when I said it, because I knew Nick would immediately jump on this one.
Yeah.
That play will forever go down as one of the dumbest plays I've ever seen. If he slides, he's safe, and the Jeter play doesn't matter. Also known for dancing on tables.
Yeah.
I love the scene in Moneyball where Pitt throws his name up on the board and the guy's like, bad body and likes the clubs too much. And I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, Jeter was out of position. Don't get me started down that rabbit hole, Brian. Don't.
He gets so much credit for a play where he's just like lost on the field, but anyways.
I mean, it was still an incredible play for him to turn around and flip it like that. But
absolutely amazing. I mean, but if Giambi just friggin' slides, he's safe and it doesn't matter.
Was it CTE related?
I don't think so. I think he had some problems when he retired.
I think he had stuff when he was playing too. I think it was like
when his career ended, he had stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was ruled a suicide. Gunshot wound to his chest. He had what was it? He had something happen to him like 6 months before that sent him like right off the rails.
Yeah.
Oh, drug abuse, methamphetamines and Percocet. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And he tried to get clean and couldn't.
Yeah. It's terrible.
But anyways, all right. So Jeremy Giambi, who very interesting career. Average of 263, 52 home runs, 209 RBIs, OBP of 377, and a WAR of 3.4. So, I mean, a guy who, if it wasn't for the Moneyball era in Oakland, probably would have been out of baseball a lot sooner than that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But OBP became cool.
Yeah.
Jeter's more overrated than anybody. Brian, he absolutely overrated. I mean, maybe more than anybody in history, possibly. There was Illuminati shit going on.
Incredible.
You may not be wrong, John.
Sure.
You may not be wrong.
Yeah.
I can't argue that.
Nope. All
right. Played for 13 seasons between 1986 and 1998. Played for the Yankees, Cubs, Cardinals, Rangers, Padres, and Twins. One-time All-Star and one-time top 3 in Cy Young voting. Best known for getting Mark McGwire out twice in 1998 with the eephus pitch. Who is that guy? And a bonus hint, also a proud New Hampshire native. No, you're in the right. You're close. You're close, but no. I think you're thinking of the right guy, but you've got the wrong name because they both start with a T. Oh, it's in the chat. John Carter. Bob Tewksbury, absolutely a proud native of Concord, New Hampshire.
I think Traxel gave up the 60-second home run for McGwire. That's Okay.
He did, yeah. And
Yeah.
Taylor got it too. Got Tewksbury. Yeah, this is
Yes.
this
I
is
should've
Bob
got that one.
Tewksbury, who
I
I met
should've.
who I met a couple of times because he's very active in youth baseball, or at least he was in New Hampshire.
Nice.
Bob Tewksbury, career record of 110 and 102, one career save,
Heck
3.92 ERA, 812 Ks. He threw a lot of innings, and a 20.8 WAR. A guy who just was a workhorse.
Yeah. Yeah, I got him and Traxel mixed up.
Yeah, that's why I said I think you're thinking of the right guy. You just got the wrong last name associated.
Yeah. Dang. Nice.
But yeah, I remember him getting McGuire with the Ephus pitch, and McGuire just like shaking his head.
Yep.
Easy now. Many people are proud of being from New Hampshire, Cow Hampshire. There's not that many cows in New Hampshire as much as you think there might be.
Yep. Yep. Oh, Steve Traxel started the first game. You remember watching?
Oh, nice.
Cool. Yeah.
Was it Traxel or was it Saunders that broke his arm with? Oh no, Traxel's right-handed, right? Wasn't that Saunders that broke his arm with that disgusting pitch?
I mean, there's been a couple of guys that have broken their arms mid-pitch.
Yep.
Because Dave Trevecchi in the 80s did it.
Tukes threw some garbage. He was absolutely like he threw like 7 pitches and he just went up there and threw everything he had at people.
Yep. It worked. Yep. Go Fisher Cats. Love it.
There we go.
All right.
That's Tewksbury. All right. This was a big name for a while. Played for 9 seasons between 2002 and 2010. Played for the Rangers and the Rays for 1 season. Former top prospect and 2-time All-Star. Best known for leading all AL third basemen in hits, home runs, RBIs, extra base hits, and total bases from 03 to 05. Who is that guy?
Ah, gotcha.
There it is. See if chat's got it.
This one's an easy one for
totally
sure.
An easy one. Next one's even easier.
Oh, great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was such a stud for such a short window.
Brian, I have read Trevecchi's book. It's incredible.
And I really regret not having read it.
You got to. It's incredible. Yes, John Carter for sure. It is Hank.
This is absolutely Hammer and Hank Blaylock, who was so good for such a short stretch of time.
I forgot he went to the Rays for a season.
It was a disaster. It was not a good season.
Yeah.
Anyways, Hank Blaylock averaged 269, 153 home runs, 542 RBIs, 329 OBP, and a 13.5 WAR. And for that 3-year stretch, oh my goodness, was he a nightmare for opposing pitchers.
Yeah.
He was so good.
I mean, in the middle of those Rangers lineups that were just so deep.
Yep.
And so good.
And he was so insanely good, oftentimes hitting out of the 5 or 6 spot. Just cleaning up what was left.
Yeah. Yeah, the comeback, the book for Trevecchi, it should be a movie for sure. I mean, it's crazy. It's sad. It's crazy. His whole story is unreal, but
I need to read it.
It's good.
Yeah, he killed a lot of teams, John.
Yeah, well, wasn't just the Mariners. You weren't alone on that, buddy.
Killed a lot of teams. He was a nightmare.
Yep.
Absolute nightmare for a stretch. All right. One more. And this one I feel like everybody should get. Played for 11 seasons between 2002 and 2012. Played for the Astros, Phillies, and Nationals. 2-time All-Star and 2008 World Series champion. Best known for his perfect season in 2008 when he converted all 41 save chances. Who is that guy? Yep. Yeah, John Carter's already on it. He came up in a Facebook group, and there's a bunch of people that had no idea who he was. And I'm like, that can't be right. Like, there's no way people don't know who Brad Lidge is. But yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
Again,
good.
A guy that did not have a long career, had a really high peak. I just remember in 2008 when they won, him standing there going, "Oh!" when they got the last out. It was awesome.
Yeah, everyone got that one.
Yeah, exactly. I figured chat would light up on that one. Yeah, Brad Lidge. So career record of 26 and 32, 225 saves, 3.54 ERA, 799 Ks, and 603 innings pitched, and a 7.9 WAR.
Yeah, that's decent.
Yeah, he again, a guy who had a relatively short career and a super high peak. And yeah, he finished. Who was asking? Yeah, Brian. He finished his career at the Nationals. He made 11 appearances. Was terrible in 2012 and retired. Just awful.
Still searching for Pujols ball.
Yeah. Well, what's funny too is that he spent 6 years in Houston, 4 in Philly, and he actually signed a 1-year contract with Philly to retire there because he views himself as more of a Philly than an Astro because of the World Series win.
Colt Packet's next to Soler's ball from the 2021 World Series.
Yeah, they're hanging out somewhere deep in Houston.
Yeah, everyone's coming up with a Pujols one. Yeah, for sure. Man.
Yeah, flash in the pan made his money. I mean, he, again, not a long career, very high peak, so freaking dominant for a stretch.
Yeah.
And yeah, Brian, he was one of those guys who had like the incredibly like strong whip where the arm went back, and those guys don't last. Like we've seen it with Jacob deGrom. Those guys that have that incredible elbow whip, they just don't make it.
No, crazy. Man.
Oh, there you go, Tommy. I was born in '94, so Lieberthal's the first catcher I remember. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. And Lieberthal was so good.
Yeah.
I mean, a legend.
Yeah.
I love those Who Is That Guy, and we're going to bring those back and make those a more regular part of the show.
It's so much fun.
I love making them.
Oh yeah, they're awesome. Yeah, and you keep an eye on the page. I'm doing like silhouette challenges too with like little tiny hints. So doing that on the
Some
Facebook
of those are
page.
Really freaking hard.
Some of them are because I don't give you much clue. I just give you like maybe their position, maybe what hand they bat, and their teams played.
It's super vague, and it's like, man, I got to do a lot of thinking here.
Yeah,
makes them really hard, but they're fun.
Some people get it like right away. It's insane. It still blows me away how much.
I'm telling you, we have some people on our page that are just baseball trivia buffs that I would never want to compete against because they would smoke me.
Oh yeah.
Like I think I know a lot about baseball. Then I see some of these people and I go, nope.
I don't know a thing. Yeah, see the color schemes on Facebook is what I use a lot. That helps a lot. Yeah, but
the D train, John. Yes.
Yeah.
Dontrell had a weird career. Again, a guy that had like incredible highs early and then just struggled to try to remain relevant and in the league and couldn't do it.
Do a Mo Vaughn silhouette. That should be an easy one for sure.
Yeah, dude, that friggin' crouching in batting stance.
So I went crazy obscure, and you guys, I did FP Santangelo for crying out loud, and you guys got it in the first 3 minutes that I posted it. So I don't know how much more obscure. I posted one where a guy had one career appearance. One.
Yeah, and people got it immediately.
In the first 5 minutes, I was like,
people got it before I even had a chance to think about it.
And then I got booed.
I know, John. You're the first person to get booed on the show.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
and I think it was Cap'n that started the booing. To be honest, Cap'n, John's, dorks, and geezers. Oh my! It's an interesting crowd we hang with, Cap'n.
Yeah.
What does that say about the rest of you for hanging out with us too?
Yeah. So. Yeah.
But yeah, I love it. Nick's putting FP Santangelo up. He's like, I wonder how long it's going to take people to get it. I bet it's going to take a while. I'm like, I get a text message like 5 minutes later. They already got it. I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah. No, the one I put out there, what was it? It was the Red Sox pitcher with one career.
Oh, the knuckleballer. Yeah. What was his name? I can't remember his name now.
I can't either. And I made the thing.
What the hell was his name? I keep wanting to say Paxton Crawford, but that's the wrong guy.
It started with a Z.
Zane?
No. I can't remember. Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, here's that knuckleballer.
Now I've lost it.
Was it Moonlight Graham?
Yeah.
No, we've done. Oh, Charlie Zink. John's got it.
Yes, it was. It was
Charlie Zink. Yep.
Yeah. Thank you. Yep, it was Charlie Zink. That was gotten in like 5 minutes.
See, I told you, John. It was Cap'n. He's admitting to it. I was just passing it on.
Yeah.
I'm a nerd. Guilty. Hey, own it.
It's all good.
Own it. It's all good.
It's all good.
There's no
Yeah.
judgment here. I honestly, there's times where I see these answers. I'm like, man, I wish I had known that one.
Yeah.
This is where I get to geek out.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I love
like
it.
this is the only crowd that like gets me when it comes to baseball. The rest of my family's like, go talk to somebody who understands this stuff. Like, we don't want to.
Yeah. I'm the same way, man. Like I'll start geeking out of my family and they're just staring at me like, we don't care. Cool. Like, yeah.
Capping weird. John got it.
Of course he did. Yeah.
Ooh, yikes!
But,
Got a little warm in here.
Yeah. So
Brian, I can throw a decent knuckleball. I used to be able to too, but man, is it friggin' hard.
I've never.
I used to throw it. I used to throw it occasionally as a changeup just to mess with people. But it's a hard pitch to throw, and it's an easy pitch to screw up and watch it get just lit up as it spins.
Yeah, I mean, even the best ones, right? Yep. That don't spin, just doesn't move. You're just like, yep, okay.
It's wild what it does.
Yeah, that's why
cards finally pays off, nerd life.
Yep, absolutely. But yeah, keep your eye out on the page. I'm doing a whole bunch of like different like series. Like right now, I'm putting together like the best baseball player built, and I'm like mismatching like all different players. Like tonight I released Detroit Tigers one that has Mark Fidget's head and his antics with like Al Kaline's power. So I'm just doing a whole bunch of teams like that throughout the MLB. And we're doing silhouette challenges there, so you can have some more trivia fun there. And you might see these reels pop up at some point too there, but yeah, it's crazy. But do you have anything else for us tonight, Harrison?
No, I think that's it. I mean, really, we saw the games wind down today. We got all-star action starting tomorrow, and then into the break, and then baseball kicking back up. I will say, we were talking about earlier, this Red Sox 10-game winning streak was at the perfect time because they got that 5-week gauntlet coming up. But there's a few teams that are in playoff contention that have really difficult second halves coming up. Then you got a team like the Dodgers that's limping into the All-Star break. So yeah, it's been an interesting first half.
Really has.
I will say that when I look back at what I thought would happen this year, it's like 50-50. 50% of what I thought would happen has happened, 50% hasn't. And I consider that pretty good in a game where hitting 300 is considered elite. So
I just want to bring up the fact that like I finally gave up on the Toronto Blue Jays. And they're near the top of the division. Like
I know.
I've been like, the Blue Jays are going to figure it out this year. The Blue Jays are going to figure it out this year. The Blue Jays are going to figure it out this year. And they haven't. And then finally they're like actually doing all right. I had thrown them aside and I was like, I'm done with this. And well, there they are. It's crazy, but
yeah, I'm with you. I had given up on the Blue Jays because year after year, it was the same thing. They should be better than this. They should be better than this. And then they weren't. And even this year, they didn't start. They started off terribly. And it was like, oh, here's more of the same. And then for whatever reason, they figured out. And they figured out after Santander went on the 60-day IL. And it seems like for whatever reason, whatever they're doing right now clicks. And I watched them play last night. And that lineup, you look at it and go, how the hell is this team leading the AL East? You got Davis Schneider in there. You got Heineman behind the plate. Like, how the hell does this team win?
Yeah. It's crazy.
They do.
But their pitchers are actually pitching.
Yeah, Gosman pitched well against the A's, and bullpen was good.
Rick, I'm with you. Don't trade Duran for the love of God. Please.
He needs an extension. He should be a core guy you build around.
Yep.
I appreciate this comment, Cran. House of 3 women, 2 under the age of 7. Yeah, we are happy to be your support group, if at all possible.
Absolutely.
Totally get where you're coming from.
Here, but. Just as long as the Cubs falter, it'll make my year. Man, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, the Brewers have made it interesting, that's for sure. But that Cubs team is going to be really friggin' hard to catch.
Let's have everyone catch the Yanks and knock them out of the playoffs.
Oh, please.
That would be incredible.
All I want for Christmas is the Yankees to miss the playoffs.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, if the Dodgers can miss 2, that'd be great. But I'm asking a lot.
Yeah. This is a good question. World Series is 2-3-2. The NBA, NHL are 2-2, 1-1-1. I think the NHL and NBA have true home field advantage. Thoughts on how baseball does the World Series?
I mean, I know why baseball does it that way. It's because if you did the others, you'd have way too many off days, and that series would take too long, and baseball players don't necessarily need a lot of off days. So I think that MLB likes being able to play 2 games, day off, 3 games, day off. Usually they mix an extra day off in there somewhere along the lines.
Right.
But I think that baseball is more designed to play back-to-back games than the other sports are, where the NHL guys are gassed. Although I will say the Stanley Cup playoffs this year, there were way too many off days. Even the players said it. They traveled, I want to say, to Florida, had like 3 days off between games like 2 and 3, which the players did not like.
Right.
So it's I don't know. I understand why MLB does it the way they do it. I think it works. NBA and NHL, I totally understand the way they do it because they're going to build in off days anyway. So why not travel back and forth?
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I don't mind the 2-2-1-1-1 because I think it actually does legit give you home field advantage. Like I get it. But I don't know. I mean, it's hard if you got like Dodgers against the Red Sox, right?
Yes,
Then
it
it's
is.
cross country if it goes 7.
The other hard part is that if you add in those extra off days,
Yeah, and this
You're
one
gonna-
too.
yeah. Well, the other thing too is that if you add in those extra off days for travel, you're going to go to a 2-man rotation for the World Series because you can
Right.
just keep pitching on 3 games, 3 days rest, and have plenty of rest. I mean,
Yep.
if it's game 1 day off, game 2 day off, game 3, you got a guy's going to get 3 full days of rest before game 3 starts. You're going to see the number 1. You're going to see the ace go more often.
Yeah.
And that's gonna benefit whoever's got the better pitching.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, St. Louis, KC.
Yeah, sure.
I
They could
mean,
do.
they
They're
could.
just driving down the street.
Yeah.
But I think that if you add in those extra off days, you're just going to see pitching become the absolute premium thing, and whoever's got the best top guy is going to win.
Yeah. Bob Melvin saying Devers hasn't gone to first due to disc issues in his basket. I'm not buying it. We're not either. We're not buying it either.
Yeah, you mean like head issues in his brain?
Yeah. Same thing, right?
Yeah,
Just
'cause
splitting hairs.
the dude is a friggin' head case.
Yeah.
I mean, and
Truly.
Bob Melvin might be right. Maybe this is an issue, but when they did the trade, they checked medical records. I'm assuming there was a physical involved somehow. Did they not pick any of that up?
A slip disc just like doesn't happen unless he like legit just did it. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Not if the ace only goes 3 innings. I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm sure Bob Melvin is trying to give Devers some cover, but the reason Devers isn't there is because he hasn't taken any ground balls there because he has skipped the on-field fielding most of the time.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. But all right, we're gonna wrap it up for the evening, but don't worry, we will be back on tomorrow for a special home run derby watch party. Obviously, the home run derby won't be on our stream, but we'll be watching it and talking about it with you guys. So you're more than welcome to come on, just talk anything and everything. We'll be talking about the derby, obviously, a lot. But any baseball topics that you guys want to bring up tomorrow, we will be here. We will be on right around 8. And hopefully Junior Caminero wins it because I got $5,000 riding on it. Not really, but
I was going to say, really?
No.
Since when are you a betting man?
Never. So, but if he wins, man, I'm gonna wish I did. But
Yeah,
anyways,
for sure.
Yeah.
The pity party's been over for Devers. Yeah, that's fair. And
yep.
and if you're not swinging a bat with a bad disc, that is also fair.
Yep. Yeah, cold pack. I know, right? It looks weird. I'm a Boston fan, but I'm a hat lover. So like I have a different hat on every
minor
every
league
week.
teams, major league teams, all of them.
Yeah, my entire closet's full. I got like probably 60 to 70 hats.
Too many.
More collecting. So but yeah. Yeah, thanks, Taylor. Really appreciated you having you on, bud. We're on here every Sunday and Thursday. So welcome to come back and talk some baseball with us for sure.
Wednesday for Jeopardy is for a few more weeks, and
Yeah, that's right.
and then a bonus tomorrow night for the for the home run derby.
Yep. So, all right. So, like I said, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. for the derby. We'll be here. You guys can come on and talk if you want. Just stop by, say hi, whatever you want. Until then, again, thanks to everybody in the chat. You guys are incredible every single night. I don't thank you guys enough for the support you give us during the live show and on Facebook, outside of this, and YouTube. You guys have been incredible. So really love it. And yes, Tommy, I do have a Phillies hat because I went to Citizen Banks last year. So I have the maroon one with the baby blue pinstripes. It's incredible.
It's amazing.
But anyways, yeah, Trash Panda's hat is also on its way. Don't tell my wife. But anyways, yeah. So we will be on tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Love you guys. Take care. Enjoy the home run derby if you don't stop by. If not, we'll see you tomorrow night.
See ya.